gosh. Okay, we're live.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we did it. Okay, so this is our first time going live. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it's what we signed up for when we decided to do YouTube. So we're super excited. Today, we're going to be talking about something we talk all the time about with our friends and our family. How much the world and our lives have changed since 2019. Oh my goodness. Of course, we have to be a little particular about our wordage of things and what we say because, YouTube will flag us if we talk about specific things. So, as it pertains to 2020. So, we're just going to say 2020 and what happened there.
That's right.
So, we're going to talk about some of the pros and cons that we have seen that have come out of the last 4 years. So, as you chime in or come on, please chime in with your opinions and things that you have seen change in the last 4 years and what has been harmful to your family or even helpful. So we're going to start out with the cons because that's the juicy stuff I think we could all get riled up about. And so the first one, we've got Heath.
Hey, Heath.
Hey.
You're our first viewer live.
Oh,
congratulations.
Yeah. Yes, you get to say this, how do I say this ladylike? This show. Anyway, so the first con I think we can all agree on is the prices and things. Just every general thing across the board has gone up in price. Except for like our paychecks.
Yeah.
We're not being paid more. Most people across the board are not getting paid more for their labor, but yet everything costs more, from groceries to even water bills to appliances to gas. Everything you purchase has gone up in price. And that has been so detrimental to everyone. It didn't matter if you were already low class and you already were dependent on food stamps. It didn't matter if you were middle class and, you were comfortable. And then it didn't matter if you were making 6 figures a year and you were very comfortable. Everyone has been hit by these higher prices. Everyone feels the effects of inflation. So that's one that sucks.
Yeah.
What is one specific thing that has hit you the hardest?
Man, inflation just in general.
You can't think of one thing that's just like kicked you in the nuts?
I don't know.
Okay, so the second one is social dynamics. During 2020, everyone really pulled into their homes.
Yeah, groceries.
Okay, yeah, Heath says groceries.
Really, groceries is probably the worst.
Yeah.
Gas was bad for a while, but it kind of has leveled out.
Yeah. So the next one is social dynamics. So like everyone pulled into their families and into their own homes for an entire year. And now that we are able to get out and reconnect, it feels super uncomfortable. It seems unnatural. We're out of practice. So we find that sometimes we don't even want to go and do things because we've learned to cope without neighbors and cope without friends and to live without people outside of our own 4 walls. And so we have to push ourselves to get out, but then also other people are dealing with the same issue of just, we've learned to be comfortable without community.
And ultimately, that's not really safe. That's not healthy for you on a mental level to just.
I agree. It's not safe
be cooped
either.
Up. Yeah.
Because it's just, we are social spirits. Like we're meant to be in community.
That's right. And
we always need people to depend on, whether it's just someone to offer an encouraging word or someone to call when you're broke down on the side of the road.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. You got anything to add?
No, not right now. I think that's it.
So the third thing that has been a con is the housing market.
Yeah.
You literally have to stalk the people who might be looking at the same house as you and take them out. It's ridiculous. You have to plan ahead. You have to be pre-approved. You even have to kiss the realtor's butt because you're going to want her to call you first and not the other person. It's a mess.
Yeah, and if you think about selling your house because you can sell it for a lot, hey, try buying it. It's
because
expensive then, so
once
it may not be a good idea.
Yep. Once you sell, you got to buy something else. Hey,
Yeah.
critter. Okay, so that's the third thing is just the housing market. Trying to purchase anytime between 2020 2021 was pure chaos. And we bought in 2022. We were hopeful that things had calmed down. But what actually happened was all the reasonably purchased homes or the fixer-uppers were purchased during 2020 and 2021, leaving most of the homes that were left were your higher priced or higher priced older homes that were really big and well cared for, or they were new builds. But either way, you were going to pay a higher price. So if you were looking for a deal, it was too late. Also, building materials. Yes. Yeah.
And building materials are high.
And that rolls into having remodels done or repairs done on your home. That's even more expensive. But it's not the faults of the company owners because they have to eat too.
That's right.
I mean, it's hurt everybody. Okay.
How's the volume, y'all? Can you hear it well? Picture look good?
I think we're a little grainy.
Yeah, a little grainy on here, but it may be better.
We need to get a webcam.
Yeah.
We'll get a webcam eventually.
Yeah.
All right. So are you ready to move on to the pros? Are there any other cons that you want to talk about?
No, not really. I think we're good.
Okay.
I can't think of one.
You can't think of anything to complain about?
I can think of a lot, but wouldn't do no good.
All right. Volume is great. Picture is grainy. I agree. I can see that. Okay. Well, we're just using the computer webcam that's built in. So yeah, it's just not the best quality.
It'll get better. This is first time around.
Yeah.
I can probably tell I'm a little bit shy on here. Let her do all the talking.
All right. So next, well, we're going to go into pros now. These are the good things we've seen, like the good changes that have actually had a positive effect on our lives since 2020. Okay. So first thing I noticed is better parenting. And that kind of rolls into homeschooling. So parents were forced into the same four walls as their children 24/7 for almost an entire year. That forced parents to look their kids eye to eye for the first time in maybe their whole life. I mean, parents were able to see how their kids actually behaved. How, did they have good manners? Were they brats? Let's just be honest. They realized, where they were failing as parents. And parents had an opportunity to work on that and to develop their parenting skills in a way that they were able to avoid up to that point. And I think that was just amazing that God offered us as parents an opportunity to focus on that above anything else for a little while. And so then that also rolled into homeschooling because parents began to actually care about and to notice what kids were learning. It wasn't a situation where you just asked, hey, how was your day? And the kid said, it was good. And that was the only question. That was the only answer. They were actually hearing what was being taught. And they also began to see how kids were struggling because doing the classes 100% online was a huge struggle for a lot of kids. And so parents were able to see that struggle and address it quickly. And since they were home anyway, and some of them even got laid off, they were able to take that time and find better educational opportunities for their kids. So there's this huge homeschool movement.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. That's a real good thing that come out of COVID.
It is.
Because we were already doing that.
You said the word.
Oh yeah, I did.
He said the word.
2020.
In 2020.
I have to edit that out.
But no, we'll just leave it in because this is funny. But either way, so it was a really good thing though that people switched to homeschooling. It wasn't the best fit for everyone, and that's fine. But even the people who didn't start homeschooling, they still stepped up and chose better for their kids. All right.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And then another positive is people are more health conscious now than they were before. So 2020 made us all realize just how quickly and easily you can catch something. And I think people began to take cleanliness. Let me see. Maybe they won't catch that with the Southern accent.
Yeah, you can't put a redneck on a filter. It don't work. It comes out.
Yeah. But people became more health conscious because people they became hyper aware of how frail your health can be. And we saw a huge movement of people going back to holistic wellness and going back to the basics of good sleep, exercise, and a healthy diet.
Yeah, get out in the sun.
Yeah.
Sun, vitamin D. That'll help you a lot
Yeah.
with that disease I can't say.
So people began to take their health more seriously. And I think that's a great thing. Yeah. Anything you want to add on that?
I don't think that's good.
Okay.
Money.
So the last one is there are now more options for shopping and learning remotely. So it's really great how now, like people like me who are stay-at-home moms now have more options for taking classes online. So instead of me having to enroll with a university and having to go in and take classes throughout the week, or at least going in for testing, I can enroll 4 classes, 1 class at a time, take it 100% online and never have to go in. And before 2020, it wasn't like that. There was way less options when it came to your educational opportunities, just being strictly at home. So that's one thing. But then there's shopping. Did Click List at Kroger exist before 2020?
I think it did, but I think it was not used heavy.
Now it has blown up.
Well, right when you said it, didn't
I said
you?
2020.
Oh, okay.
I said
Well,
2020.
yeah, but when 2020 hit, it was a deal to actually get into that Click List thing. I mean, you might have to schedule it the next day if you were later in the day.
No, sometimes you'd have to schedule it a week out.
Like,
There was one here local that it was so busy that one time I had to schedule it 5 days out. Yeah. So there's like the shopping where you can pick up orders. That's become more popular, easier to use, more effective, more systematic. And then there's also more online stores that you can use that are more effective as well now.
But yeah, really, I'd say all the pickup options, I like all that. I mean, that's definitely a positive coming out of 2020.
Especially being a mom, because if you've ever had kids and drug them through a grocery store, you know what I'm talking about. There is nothing better than being able to sit in that parking lot, roll your window down, grab a receipt, have your own car loaded, and never have to unbuckle the little demons. That's fantastic.
Wow. It's pretty rough.
Hey. I'm sure there's plenty of people to agree with me.
Yeah, probably so.
Okay, so that is all.
They're also fun, though. They're not, I mean, they may be little demons, but they're a lot of fun, too.
Oh, everybody knows that. I love my kids. But anyway, y'all, so we're going to wrap this up. Those are all of our points and our primary thoughts about the changes that have happened in the last 4 years.
Hey, we got a third person. Corey.
It's Corey.
Hey, Corey.
Hi.
We kind of sprung this
Yeah.
last minute, but hey.
We're about to wrap it up, though. So go back and watch the replay when we get it posted and chime in the comments. What are some of the biggest changes you've seen in the last 4 years?
But yeah, Corey, you're doing the lives and putting a little pressure on me. You convinced me to do it with her. So yeah. Happened.
What's funny is he's been freaking out and sweating about this.
Yeah, I was over here hyperventilating right before we started.
And I said 2 weeks ago, let's do this. Let's do it. And so now we're doing it.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah. So it's been 15 minutes. Our goal was to just get over 10. So we met our goal.
Yeah.
All right.
So, good. So yeah, thanks. Looks like Corey and Heath and Clarissa were on here. And yeah, for the rest of you, hope you enjoy it.
Yep. Just
Thanks,
comment below any of the changes you've seen in the last 4 years, and we'll keep up with everyone in the comments. All right, we're going to end this before it gets awkward. Bye-bye.